Hi, my name is Leo, and today we'll be looking at the developmental network of spike expression in the spiny beetle. This is an image of a spiny leaf beetle. As you can see, there are many spikes covering its ectoderm. However, there are some gaps. This is because not every cell in its ectoderm is able to express these spikes. In this video, we'll be asking ourselves why this is. Here we have a hypothetical developmental pathway for the expression of spikes. The green arrows represent activation, while the red lines represent inhibition. The S gene will activate the P gene, which will then activate the I gene. An active I gene will inhibit the K gene, and the K gene inhibits the E gene. The E gene is the gene that needs to be present for the spikes to be expressed. In this non-mutant pathway, the K gene will always be present to inhibit the E gene, and therefore no spikes will be present. However, there are some mutations that could possibly lead to the expression of these spikes. Our first example mutation is a single mutation of the P gene. With the P gene absent, the I gene will not be activated, and therefore it will be unable to inhibit the K gene. Since the K gene is not inhibited, it will be free to inhibit the E gene, and when the E gene is inhibited, the spikes will not be developed. Our second mutation is a single mutation of the I gene, and like the previous mutation, when the I gene is not present, the K gene will not be inhibited, and it will be free to inhibit the E gene. Since the E gene is inhibited, spikes will not be present. Our third mutation is a double mutation of the I and E genes. In this pathway, the I gene is absent, so the K gene would be free to inhibit the E gene. However, since the E gene is not present, the spikes would never be able to be expressed. Our last mutation is a double mutation of the S and K genes. In this pathway, since the K gene is absent, it will be unable to inhibit the E gene, and the E gene will be free to develop the spikes. In conclusion, at the beginning of this video, we asked ourselves why the spiny beetle isn't fully covered in these spikes. My answer for this is that there is a very specific requirement for spike development, which is an uninhibited E gene. In the non-mutant network, the K gene will always be there to inhibit the E gene, which is why a very specific mutation would be required for spikes to be present. Finally, if the spiny beetle were to be fully covered in these spikes, it would likely have a lot of difficulty in its life, with things such as moving, reproduction, and eating.